Any place that you can find to put yourself out there in front of an audience that will give you the kind of feedback that you need about your work is good. Community theater programs are great places to learn and sharpen your craft. For dancers and singers, the theme parks are great places to get outstanding training because you're doing anywhere from 3 to 6 shows a day. So you're definitely getting your tools sharpened, your performing arts tools sharpened in those environments. And I strongly encourage young people with singing and dancing skills that are looking at Broadway as their long-term goal to make sure that they are sharpening those skills as often and in as many places as possible. If you want stable work, repertory companies tend to run shows from anywhere from 4 to 15 weeks at a time. If they've got a really solid audience, that can be more stable than many other opportunities. Cruise ships tend to contract long contracts, anywhere from 3 months to a year. So if you're interested in being on the water and in that kind of environment, cruise ship work can be more stable than a lot of other opportunities are. If you're going into a musical theater audition, do not expect that the accompanist, if there is one, which you should find that out beforehand, make sure you know when you're going into an audition, a musical theater audition or a vocal audition, whether they're providing you with an accompanist, which means you have to take your own sheet music. It needs to be in your key and legible. You should never assume that the accompanist can transpose your music on sight or easily read the little scribble that you've marked in over the sheet music that you bought that wasn't in the right key. When you do that, you put stress on the person who is trying to accompany you and possibly ruin your own audition because you didn't have clean, prepared materials for the person that was trying to assist you. It helps if you have a hit list of choice venues and companies that you think you want to work for. If you want to be on Broadway, what shows are you following? What production companies seem to be putting out the kind of material that you see yourself possibly fitting in? Keep track of when the theater companies have their season auditions. It's a good idea to go to open auditions whenever they're happening, just so that you're in people's face and they can get to see you and see the body of work. If they have a show that they're planning to do but isn't on the roster for this session, they will have you in their mind when that round of auditions comes up. Look at yourself on an average day and how you dress and what that says to other people. You know, do you look like someone who might own a business? Do you look like a lawyer, perhaps, to a child? Do you look like a villain? Are your jeans saggy and dirty most of the time? Do you need a new pair of sneakers, perhaps, if you're trying to present a clean, polished look? And if that's not your look, that's not your look. But you should know what your natural look is and try on different outfits to see how they feel on you. Try on different looks. Maybe the look that you have in your everyday is not a look that necessarily translates to a character in a play or in a film, but just by changing your shirt and shifting your attitude, you might actually get a role that you don't know that you could get. You need to be on time and have your material polished because there are a lot of people trying to get what you're trying to get. You know, if you go to any New York audition at any given time, there's probably 100 to 300 people in line waiting to audition for a show that casts 15. So if you keep that as your parameters, most any other place is going to have way more people auditioning than they have room for in the show. Sometimes they end up short, but most of the time they have lots of people trying to get the same job that you're trying to get. So if you're going to be competitive, you've got to be sharp and you've got to keep excellence as your goal, because somebody is standing there waiting to replace you.